Nearly 3 decades after its release, the 1992 classic, My Cousin Vinny continues to shine as a timeless legal comedy, consistently bringing laughter to its audience. With Marisa Tomei's sassy portrayal of Mona Lisa Vito and Joe Pesci's street-smart Vinny Gambini, the film has rightfully earned its status as a comedic treasure. Marisa Tomei's performance has become iconic over the years, with her sharp wit and infectious energy, proving that her character is not only central to the plot, but also the heart and soul of the film. Throughout the production, Tomei was not just delivering lines, she was actively engaging with the crew, adding a unique flair that elevated the film beyond its script. Her chemistry with Pesci was immediate, and the result is an electric partnership that continues to captivate audiences today. As behind-the-scenes stories reveal, Marisa added more than just acting chops. She brought an extra layer of authenticity to her role that made Mona Lisa unforgettable. The film follows Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein, two young men who find themselves in a legal nightmare in Alabama after a seemingly harmless trip to a convenience store turns into a serious criminal accusation. They are falsely accused of murder, and the story focuses on their struggles to clear their names in a southern courtroom. As the legal drama unfolds, the young men enlist the help of a quirky lawyer, Vinny Gambini, who is trying his first criminal case. His fiancée, Mona Lisa Vito, played by Marisa Tomei, plays a crucial role in the defense strategy, using her expertise in cars and mechanics to help crack the case. At the time of casting, Marisa Tomei was not a well-known actress, and the production company had doubts about her ability to handle such a significant role. However, director Jonathan Lin saw something in Tomei and believed in her potential to bring the character of Mona Lisa Vito to life. Despite initial hesitations, Tomei's performance in the role ultimately earned her widespread acclaim and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. Her portrayal of Mona Lisa, a woman with both intelligence and charm, who stands by her partner's side through thick and thin, became a defining aspect of the film's success. The role highlighted Tomei's ability to blend humor and drama seamlessly, solidifying her place as a talented actress in Hollywood. Filming took place in Georgia, not Alabama, with key locations including Monticello and the Lee Arundel Correctional Institute, which provided authentic settings for the story. The choice of these sites gave the movie a sense of realism and atmosphere that matched the struggles of the characters. Additionally, the film drew inspiration from a real-life experience of screenwriter Dale Launer, who met a young man anxiously waiting for his bar exam results. This encounter sparked the idea of a story focused on a struggling lawyer who takes on the challenge of defending his cousin, capturing both the personal pressure of the legal profession and the emotional stakes involved in family responsibility. The settings and inspiration combined to create a compelling narrative that felt grounded and relatable, showing how personal experiences can shape creative storytelling. Filming in actual locations helped the actors immerse themselves in the environment, adding depth to the performances, while the true-life encounter that inspired the screenplay gave the plot a human touch and a sense of authenticity that resonates with viewers. The film's development illustrates how real moments can lead to meaningful art, connecting the struggles of ordinary people with the challenges portrayed on screen, and enhancing the overall impact of the story on the audience. Joe Pesci's character Vinny in My Cousin Vinny was inspired by real-life men from his New Jersey neighborhood. Pesci infused Vinny with certain characteristics that reflected the people he grew up with, adding a layer of authenticity and relatability to the character. These traits gave Vinny a distinctive edge, mixing both humor and toughness in a way that made him memorable. The script and direction of the film relied on Pesci's ability to bring this down-to-earth, working-class character to life, capturing the essence of someone who wasn't necessarily suited for the high stakes of a courtroom, but somehow managed to navigate it with raw wit and determination. On the other hand, the character of Mona Lisa Vito, played by Marisa Tomei, almost didn't make it into the movie. The studio initially wanted to cut her role, feeling that it wasn't essential to the plot. However, Dale Launer, the screenwriter, fought to keep her character in the film. He even wrote an additional scene specifically to keep Mona Lisa involved in the story. This decision turned out to be pivotal, as her character not only added depth and humor, but also became a fan favorite, eventually earning Marisa Tomei an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. In a key moment of the film, the iconic biological clock scene was not part of the original script, but was added later. The decision to include it was made to save Marisa Tomei's character from being cut out of the movie. The scene became a memorable moment in her performance, and added a unique layer to her character. Initially, the script did not have a prominent focus on her character, but this scene allowed Tomei to bring a new depth and vulnerability to her role. Robert De Niro, on the other hand, was originally considered the first choice for the role of Vinny. However, the studio president had reservations about his comedic timing and his ability to carry off the humor of the character. De Niro, renowned for his serious roles, was not initially seen as an obvious fit for a comedic part, but his talent and versatility eventually won over the filmmakers, and he delivered a performance that became one of the film's most cherished aspects. During the creation of the film, My Cousin Vinny, screenwriter Dale Launer embarked on a road trip through the southern United States to capture the culture and customs for the screenplay. This journey was essential in making the setting and characters authentic. Launer aimed to immerse himself in the local atmosphere to create a realistic portrayal of the environment where the story takes place. As for the character Mona Lisa Vito, played by Marisa Tomei, her expert testimony in the film was a critical part of the plot. However, it was later revealed that the testimony provided by her character was not entirely accurate. Mona Lisa Vito's description of a car's features was crucial for proving the innocence of the accused. But it was discovered that there was another car with identical features to the one she described, which could have complicated the case. Despite this inaccuracy, the character's confident delivery and expertise played a significant role in the film's comedic success, making her testimony one of the standout moments of the film. The combination of Launer's research and Tomei's portrayal of Mona Lisa Vito helped shape the character's memorable presence, even if the technical details of her testimony were somewhat flawed. The film remains a beloved classic, and the character of Mona Lisa Vito, with her charm and intelligence, continues to be one of Marisa Tomei's most iconic roles. The famous Ute scene, known for its humorous and memorable lines, has a unique backstory that ties into the collaboration between director Jonathan Lynn and actor Joe Pesci. This scene, often quoted by fans of the film, was inspired by a real conversation between the two. Jonathan Lynn and Joe Pesci had a discussion about how the character of Vinny could interact with the legal system in a comedic way, which led to the creation of the now iconic moment. The mix-up of the word Utes instead of youths was a spontaneous idea that emerged from their brainstorming. Originally, the character of Vinny, played by Joe Pesci, was intended to have dyslexia. This trait would have added an additional layer of humor and complexity to his character, making him even more relatable in his mistakes. However, the idea of Vinny being dyslexic was eventually dropped during the development of the film. Instead, the filmmakers decided to keep Vinny sharp, clever, and quick-witted, showcasing his street-smart abilities and unique charm. By making this change, the character maintained his intelligence, which was essential for the dynamic between Vinny and the other characters. This decision allowed for a different kind of humor to shine through, one that highlighted Vinny's cleverness rather than focusing on his learning challenges. While the dyslexia plot was abandoned, the character of Vinny still remained a memorable and beloved figure, with his interactions and dialogue being central to the success of the film. His intelligence, combined with his quick humor, made him an unforgettable character in the minds of audiences. The Ute scene, with its simple yet effective mix-up, continues to be one of the standout moments in the film, showcasing the creative process behind its development. The decision to keep Vinny clever rather than dyslexic allowed for a comedic approach that resonated with fans, keeping the film fresh and entertaining. The prison scenes were filmed in a real prison, surrounded by real criminals, which made the actors feel a sense of nervousness. The authenticity of the setting created an intense atmosphere on set. For Marisa Tomei, who was part of these scenes, the experience was particularly unique. Filming in such a raw environment was daunting, but it also contributed to the intense emotions captured on screen. The discomfort of being in a real prison added a layer of realism to the performances, and the actors' nervousness translated into their portrayal of the tension in those scenes. In an interesting twist of fate, Marisa Tomei discovered she had been nominated for an Oscar while sleeping on a friend's couch. It was an unexpected moment, and her reaction was one of pure joy and surprise. Being in such an informal and humble setting when she received the news made it all the more surreal. It was a moment of realization that the hard work she had put into her craft was being recognized on a massive scale. This Oscar nomination marked a significant milestone in her career, and the memory of that moment remains as one of the most memorable experiences of her journey as an actress. Marisa Tomei's Oscar win for My Cousin Vinny in 1993 has been the subject of some intrigue, with a persistent rumor claiming that she received the award by accident. The rumor suggested that a mix-up occurred when the presenter, Jack Palance, mistakenly read her name instead of the actual winner. However, this theory has been debunked multiple times, and is widely regarded as baseless. In reality, Tomei's performance as the street-smart Mona Lisa Vito was widely praised, and her win was well-deserved, despite some initial skepticism from critics. In addition to the Oscar rumors, there's an interesting behind-the-scenes tidbit regarding Joe Pesci's potential cameo in My Cousin Vinny. Pesci, who starred alongside Tomei, and was already an established actor due to his role in Goodfellas, was almost included in a scene that would have referenced his Oscar-winning performance. The idea was for Pesci's Goodfellas character to make a brief appearance in My Cousin Vinny, creating a fun connection between the two films. However, this concept was ultimately scrapped as it was seen as too distracting for the tone of the film, potentially taking away from the focus on Tomei's character. The decision to cut the cameo was made to preserve the flow of the movie, ensuring that the comedic elements of the film remained front and center without diverting attention to external references. In the film, a noticeable time inconsistency emerges when a clock jumps from 12:55 to 4:25, creating a clear error that can capture the audience's attention. This type of oversight may lead viewers to question the continuity of time in the story, affecting their overall experience. Meanwhile, the character of Mona Lisa draws inspiration from real Jersey girls, whom screenwriter Dale Launer encountered during a trip to France. Through these interactions, the essence of the character was shaped, showcasing the blend of cultural influences that enrich cinematic storytelling. Additionally, a humorous moment occurred during filming when Joe Pesci accidentally knocked over a chessboard, leading to an unexpected twist. Instead of reshooting the scene, the director made a creative choice to keep this spontaneous moment in the movie. Such decisions often highlight the charm of filmmaking, where unplanned events can enhance a scene's authenticity and connection with the audience. The screech owl in the film was a real one, and during filming, it had to be fed beef in order to open its mouth for the scene. This unique detail added an interesting layer to the production, showcasing how practical effects were sometimes used in place of computer-generated imagery. Meanwhile, Vinny's tie, which appears frequently off throughout the movie, indicates that there were multiple takes or reshoots. This attention to detail reflects the filmmaker's efforts to capture the perfect shot, even if it meant repeating scenes. Additionally, Danny DeVito and Jim Belushi were considered for the role of Vinny, but both actors turned it down. Their decision opened the door for other casting choices, ultimately leading to the portrayal that fans are familiar with today. The process behind this character and the film's production is a testament to the intricate steps that go into creating a memorable movie experience. In the film My Cousin Vinny, a mint green convertible parked in the background subtly hints at the real killer's car, adding an interesting layer of detail to the story. This seemingly insignificant detail becomes a key element as the plot unravels, drawing the audience's attention to the mystery. This clever use of background props shows how film directors often use small clues to build suspense and lead the audience toward the truth without explicitly giving it away. While the car plays a minor role in the story, it serves as a visual clue that rewards attentive viewers with a deeper understanding of the film's plot. When it comes to the casting of Mona Lisa, Lorraine Bracco was originally offered the role, but turned it down, which opened the door for Marisa Tomei to take on the character. This decision turned out to be a pivotal moment in Tomei's career, as her portrayal of the character earned her widespread recognition and a Best Supporting Actress Oscar. Tomei brought a unique energy and charm to the role, making Mona Lisa an unforgettable character in the film. While Bracco's decision to pass on the role is interesting in hindsight, it ultimately allowed Tomei to showcase her talent in a way that resonated with audiences and critics alike. This casting change is a reminder of how small moments in film production can lead to big changes in the final outcome. Marisa Tomei's performance in My Cousin Vinny has had a lasting impact, particularly in the field of legal education. The film is often used as a teaching tool for law students due to its surprisingly accurate and insightful portrayal of the legal system. In the movie, Tomei plays Mona Lisa Vito, a feisty and intelligent woman who helps her cousin, played by Joe Pesci, defend two men wrongly accused of a crime. While the movie is a comedy, it does a remarkable job of showing how real courtrooms work, particularly in terms of the roles of defense attorneys, witnesses, and legal procedures. Tomei's character, though not a lawyer herself, provides critical testimony that becomes pivotal to the case. Her performance stands out for capturing the essence of what it's like to present expert testimony in court, even if it's done with humor and flair. Law professors and instructors have found that the film's portrayal of courtroom dynamics is an engaging and effective way to help students understand legal concepts like the burden of proof, the importance of expert witnesses, and the legal strategies used in criminal defense. The movie's realistic handling of legal procedures and its insightful representation of a court trial make it an excellent learning resource. Tomei's portrayal, in particular, shines because it demonstrates the role of a layperson in helping to solve a legal puzzle, showing how even non-lawyers can impact the justice system. This aspect, combined with the humor and quirky characters, makes My Cousin Vinny a beloved and educational tool for those studying